We rejoin our friend and semi-hero Roger Wilco as he rockets back toward his home planet Xenon, which he hasn't seen since Space Quest II. Having successfully rescued those two ingrates from Andromeda, he decides a pit stop on Magmethius is in order. During the descent to this cosmic canteen, he is unaware of the interest that has been generated regarding his fate.
We have confirmation of his position, Master.
Off to Magmethius with you then. It is time for Wilco to meet the fate which I have crafted for him.
As our story begins, we find the aluminum mallard parked outside a seedy spaceport bar. We join Roger as he relates one of his greatly exaggerated tales of adventure. The aliens are only too happy to listen, as long as Roger is by.
See, there was this deadly root monster, a ferocious swamp creature, and a Labion terror beast to contend with. Then I had to outsmart another of Vohal's gorillas and steal the shuttle so I could penetrate the asteroid's...
Are you Roger Wilco?
Yeah?
Please come with me.
Hello, Roger Wilco. Surprised to see an old friend? You have no idea how special this moment is for me. This is no chance encounter, I can assure you. I have this one loose end to tie up before I begin my reign as the supreme being of all that exists. I do not like to lose. You are a blemish on what would otherwise be a perfect record of domination, terror, and invincibility. Besides, I'm still a bit miffed about that asteroid deal in Space Quest II. Anyway, to relieve the pain of my humiliation and to prevent you from being a pain in my future, you must die. It's been nice seeing you one last time. Then, do the dirty deed.
You go left and split them up. Mr. Wilco, follow me and do exactly as I say. Let's move!
Hey, I want to know what the...
Listen, I can't explain it all to you now. They've got a beat on our coordinates. We've got to move fast. We gotta do this fast. Shield your eyes! Jump into the time rip! Do it now! You've got to! If I take the time to explain, we're both parking lot pizza. You'll understand soon.
Now where am I? You wonder aloud to non-existent auditory organs. This place sure looks homey. Hey, wait! This looks just like Xenon. It is Xenon! It's really a pile. Along with the changes induced by an armed conflict, the city looks different, more modern, with a heavy dash of post-disaster seasoning. Casually glancing at the status line, you happen to notice that you're in Space Quest 12. What's happened? Who was that guy with the overdeveloped hairdryer? Why did you let yourself be talked into jumping into some strange shimmering hole? Why are you talking to yourself? These incredibly intriguing questions will quickly be forgotten with barely an electron stirred in that well-armored orb atop your shoulders. You take the small, frayed, useless-looking length of rope. The grate is anchored securely by bolts with corroded heads. Those sure are some finely honed reactions you've got there. Perhaps you're still suffering from time lag. That was without a doubt one of the finest examples of bunny snatching I've ever seen. The stress placed on the rope during the bunny snatching was too much. You cast the useless fibers aside. You extract the portable power pellet from the back of the bunny's polyplastoid torso. A battery. The structural warpage and the enormous gaping hole indicate a violent end for this corroding battle machine. Okay, you now have the unstable ordnance. Remember, it was your idea. Good luck. You can't do that. Don't mess with it. A piece of unstable ordnance. You can't do that. We're glad you could play Space Quest 4. As usual, you... A quick inspection reveals nothing of interest other than a glove box. After taking a quick look around to reassure yourself that the place is as dead as it looks, you snitch the Pocket Pal laptop. Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. You can't do that. I would think that something identifiable as unstable ordnance would be low on your list of fun and healthy things to carry. We hope you'll get yourself together and rejoin us. Isn't this a blast? A piece of unstable ordnance. Keep your hands to yourself. A very wise choice. Carefully placing the unstable ordnance back inside the tank, you decide some things are better left alone. A quick inspection reveals nothing of interest other than a glove box. After taking a quick look around to reassure yourself that the place is as dead as it looks, you snitch the Pocket Pal laptop. Don't mess with it. This is just a dumb terminal. It won't do anything by itself. It would serve no purpose. You take the jar into custody. Ah, a button. Perhaps I'll give it a press.
Data entry 22795. This message is to whomever may be so fortunate as to find it. I am Professor Lloyd, lead designer of the Xenon supercomputer project, the ultimate in artificial intelligence. The computer was designed to enhance our lives, but instead ended up being the ruin of us all. We made the mistake of tying it into the most important facets of our existence here on Xenon, including our weather control and defense systems. It seemed like a sound idea at the time, and all proceeded well for about 3 years. It was around then that a deep space salvage operation recovered what appeared to be some sort of antiquated data storage unit contained in a flimsy cardboard box on which the words "Leisure Suit Larry" were imprinted. On its back was the picture of a not particularly wholesome gentleman, but that's another story. My counterparts exhibited shameful behavior as they tore open the box to get at its contents. I could not understand the commotion it generated. The data was uploaded into the supercomputer for analysis. As a result, a crippling virus spread through the machine like a bad social disease. All control of the computer was lost. All screens went blank. Then these words were displayed by the monitors and uttered by the vocal outputs. "Wilco must pay." From that day forth, the possessed computer waged war on the inhabitants of Xenon, using our own weapons against us. Some managed to escape to other planets. Those of us who remained stayed to fight the machines and robots under its control. It was a bloody war. Those of us that were not killed were taken captive and modified. These cyborgs infiltrated the loyal ranks of resistance, rooting out almost all of our hiding places and exposing us to the mechanical menace. Some of these poor souls still wander the streets. As of this recording, we are down to only a handful of rebels. My health is deteriorating rapidly. To make matters worse, I've just learned that the computer has unraveled the mysteries of time travel. I've sent my 2 best men to attempt to steal this new technology. If you are not a machine, then perhaps they were successful. Please realize, you are Xenon's last hope.
You don't need to look at that. Oh no! The door has shut, and there's no way back. What are you going to do now? Okay. You scoop up the slimy secretion. Better get away now before it scoops you up. This seems to be a relatively spacious landing gear compartment. Wonder how cramped it gets in there when the gear is stowed. Uh-oh. We're glad you could play Space Quest 4. As usual, you've been a real pet load.
I've just completed a scan of the Labion sector of Space Quest 2. No sign of presence at this time.
Mela sieht auf satt. Ich habe auch viel als sehr gut.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time-rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally... This is Roger. This is Roger on Ortega. Any questions? The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally, nothing much happens. That must not have been a valid code. Try again. The powerful quad quark time and nothing much happens. That must not have been a valid code. Try again. The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally, the powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally, the powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally,
Whoa! What was that?
We're glad you could play Space Quest. You talk.
Whoa! What was that?
You get the feeling you're not alone here. We're glad you could play Space Quest 4. As usual, you've been a real pantload.
Whoa! What was that?
You get the feeling you're not alone here. Hey, those Talon things hurt. You didn't much care for the landing either. My. Rather than the sequel policeman penetrating the inner sanctum of the nest, the reverse obviously occurred. You frisk the skewered sequel policeman and turn up a paper-wrapped wad of used chewing gum. This lumpy paper-wrapped wad looks mighty interesting. These symbols look vaguely familiar. Now, where have you seen them?
You've got a lot of nerve coming back here, Roger Wilco. After leaving me the way you did, you male scum. This is the last woman you'll ever dump on. Right, girls?
Right.
Said you couldn't be tied down.
I said that?
You said you had to be free to roam the galaxy.
Was that me?
You'll be sorrier than you look. We'll see to that.
Yeah.
Into the sub, fly boy.
You hope these women soon realize that they must have the wrong guy.
This is Zandra. We are approaching checkpoint 6. Prepare to open the tunnel door.
Sit down.
Comfy, Mr. Wilco?
Hey, what are you doing? Let me go, witch!
Shut up! Your whimpering sickens me. I'll teach you not to run out on me. Thorine is quite knowledgeable in the ways of torture. I'll let the two of you get acquainted. Thorine, do your stuff.
With pleasure, Zandra.
Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. This is Epirip 357, the most powerful hand-hair remover in the universe, and it's capable of shaving your legs clean off. I've always wanted to see a man shave with one of these, but I guess you'll do. Now you'll know the meaning of the word pain. It's a sea slug! Run, girls!
Desperately, you try to push the button, but the restraints are just too tight. Desperately, you try to push the button, but the restraints are just too tight. It would serve no purpose.
Our hero!
Wasn't he great, girls? Well, Raj, I guess we can call it even. Thank you for ridding our fortress of that slimy, awful sea slug. I know I can't blame you for backing out at the last minute. I guess I was a little overbearing. Sorry. Can we still be good friends?
Well, now, wait a minute. Let's talk about this.
No, Roger. You were right. You don't need to spare my feelings. It just wasn't meant to be. It's better this way. Well, girls, I feel like celebrating. Let's go shopping!
Meanwhile, back in Space Quest 12...
Well, what have we here?
This is the rebel scum we captured in the Space Quest 4 time sector. He had just aided Wilco in escaping. The readout on his time gun indicates that Wilco was successfully transported into this time sector as you feared.
That is no longer a concern. Wilco will surrender to us once he has learned we have captured his son. Then he will be destroyed once and for all.
Sail!
You pick up the ATM card. an Autobucks teller machine card. Keep your hands to yourself. Your arms won't reach that far. You play with the buttons, but the machine does not respond. It's you, Roger. Wow, an Autobucks teller machine. You obviously don't resemble a blonde woman. What a surprise. This model is programmed to interact with the customers through his touchscreen chest monitor.
Welcome to our automated catalog. Let us be your gateway to what's new and exciting in the world of 24th century electronics. Through the pages of our automated catalog, you will find gifts for the whole family. For Dad, look in electronic gadgets for our selection of stereo components. For Mom, peek into the electronic mommy for a variety of labor-saving devices and marital aids. For Sis and little brother, browse our Techno-Tots toy department for the latest in electronic playboards. Shopping our automated catalog is as easy as snapping your digital appendages. Using your mouse or tab key, simply point to the menu item of your choice and press enter, or click the mouse button. Should you get confused, simply return to the top menu and begin anew! Thank you for choosing us for all your electronic needs. We know you'll find just what you're looking for, and if you don't, we're wrong and you should look somewhere else. These special sale items are available for a limited time only. Availability is limited to items in stock, as is only no returns. Some items may be demo models, scratched, dented, or just not in very good shape. No warranties expressed or implied apply to these items. No refund or exchange. Re-Shrink Wrap 2000. Work for a large retail software chain? Like to take the products home and diddle with them? The Re-Shrink Wrap 2000 re-shrink wraps any size software box. Is that game new or used? Only you'll know for sure. Keep the customers guessing. Dealers only, please. 1,033 buckazoids. Faux Components Swiss Army Micro Entertainment Center. Styled to look like a real set of miniature components, this is a complete home entertainment center in one 4x6-inch box. Includes CD-ROM unit, turntable, dual cassette with HyperWow and Mega Flutter, unfolding 84-inch digital color projection multiscreen TV, corkscrew, and toothpick. 2,275 buckazoids. Back ordered. None currently available. dodecaphonic around sound processor. Ever notice how flat and unexciting normal stereophonic, quintrophonic, and octophonic recordings are? With the dodecaphonic around sound processor, your music will seem to come from 12 directions. In front of you, behind you, either side of you, 4 midpoints in between, above you, below you, from inside of you, and from the upstairs neighbors. 877 buckazoids discontinued. CD-GI-ROM TV. Move over CD-ROM, CDG, CDI, and CD-TV. CD-GDI-ROM TV does everything the others do and more. Besides accepting the formats mentioned above, CD-GI-ROM TV also plays high-quality Laserdisc movies, sure to become popular any century now. 842 buckazoids. Estimated delivery, summer 2735. Pocket Pal Portable Terminal. Say, is that a complete workstation in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me? Now you can carry the power of a dumb terminal around with you without even creasing your jumpsuit. Includes chiclet-style keyboard and dentine-style mouse. 3,406 buckazoids. Pocket Pal Connector. If you're a proud owner of our ever-popular Pocket Pal Portable...
Monolith Burger, the only fast food chain to survive the infamous food wars.
Pardon me, sir. You appear to be in dire need of my services.
I'm sorry, I lost my boots and the legs of my pants in a deadly fight with a giant sea slug, which I won in the nick of time with my clever thinking and my, cleverness.
I see. Well, all right. Let me get your measurements. We've got just the thing for the likes of you. I assume you will be wanting something in the generic Space Hero line? These will do for you. Try them on in the dressing room here if you wish.
You change your clothes, not forgetting the items in your pocket. You never know when you'll need them. You step out looking good as new.
That will be 20 buckazoids, please. I am sorry, we do not accept ATM cards. Thank you so much for shopping with us, sir. Do come back soon.
Yeah?
This is just one of over 2.5 million monolith burger franchises scattered around the known universes.
I'd like,
We're out of it. We're out of everything, including employees. Would you like to apply for a job? You would, huh? Well, this is the greatest opportunity you've ever had, kid. Benefits up the wazoo, and if you stick with me half an hour or so, I'll make you my assistant manager. Now, how would you like that?
gee, thanks.
Warning, the following sequence contains explicit arcade action and is not recommended for die-hard adventure players, the arcade squeamish, or those with poor to non-existent motor skills.
This is so easy, a human could probably do it. Burger comes out of the oven. Drop on your lettuce, your pickle, squeeze on your mayo, squirt on your mustard, on goes your ketchup, top it off with your sesame seed bun. You make 'em my way, and if you mess up enough times, you're out of here. Got it? If you need to know how to run the assembly line, read the sign. Just click it with the mouse or press R.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Keep your hands to... Keep your hands to yourself. You can't do that. Keep your hands...
You're fired! My janitor could do a better job than you could.
You retrieve the cigar butt.
Sorry, but the crowd completely cleaned out my stock of Sierra software. The only thing that's left is boring home and business application software along with a few inferior games. But feel free to look around anyway. If you're here to return something, forget it. We have a strict no returns policy. I'd like to help you out, guy, but you know how corporations are.
A bargain bin containing discount software.
Didn't find anything you like, huh?
The two guys from Andromeda's latest sci-fi comedy, Space Quest 4, will give you hours of frustration unless you have this hint book. Want to know how to get the dog into the hanging basket? Want to find out how to attach the melon? Buy this hint book and it all becomes obvious. You'll hit your head and say, "Boy, how stupid could I have been? A moron could have figured this out. I must be a real dimwit, a pathetic nimno, a wretched, idiotic excuse for a human being not to have figured out these simple puzzles in the first place." Try it and see.
I see you've made a selection from our box of slop, bargain bin. Thank you.
An SQ4 hint book. It would serve no purpose. It would serve no... Nothing happens. You can't use that here. It would serve no purpose. It was sort of gold. Nothing happens. You can't use that here. Nothing happens. You can't use that here. Nothing happens. Nothing. 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 It was certain. You can't use that here. Nothing. Nothing. It was nothing. You can't use that. Nothing happens. It was certain. Nothing. It was certain. Nothing. It was certain. You can't use. You can't. It was. It was. It was certain. Nothing. It was certain. You can't. It was. You can't. You can't. Nothing. It was certain. You can't. It was certain. Nothing happens. You can't use it. It was nothing. It was. It was certain. Nothing. 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 You can't use nothing. It was certain. Gold. Nothing. It was certain. It was. It was nothing. It was. It was. You can't. Nothing. Nothing. You can't use that here. Nothing happened. Oh, great. Only half the answer showed. It must be a defective hint module. Set up your dead. Set up your dead. Set up your dead. Well, it was fine. Set up your dead. Set up your dead. It's getting more exploited on the station. Well, the... Set up your dead. Set up your dead. Set up your dead. Set up your dead. Set up. Get. Get. He's supposed to... Nothing happens. It was sir. Time and space, then another relations with time, rip and structures, pure element, and sonic real, and finally, you know what it says, but your choice is not flattering. As you travel the sand like, you wonder what energies fall over one. Why do you want to recognize me? It looks like it came from the planet of the worst. The ship must be a time model with Jose Street. This long negativity stands silently, waiting for its jet space return. It looks like it came from the planet of the worst. The ship must be a time model with Jose Street. You are still here to stop early AOC sacrifice. You always remember every here. You break out a cool start. There's a stage here with the guy singing.
Well, look here, they make it look at me out of DGA. What's the matter? I'm not good enough for it. What's this? 256 dollars off one bit. What do we DGA? Hey, Billy, I'll be back all the way up the bottom there. Let's go.
That was close. Hey, how can I feel good force field? There it is. Go dirt. You feel like it's flying to the east. Ice reflexes. Life is on the loose from your body by the impact of the sandbite. Now this is a pain in the linger. All of NJ in Florida won't relieve this fitness. That was close. Hey, how can I feel good force field? You feel like it's flying. Ice reflexes. Life is on the loose. Now this is a pain in the linger. You pick up the book of matches. A book of matches. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't. A book of matches. You feel like it's flying to the east. Oh, that was close. The Lord of War drives webs life. Time and space bend under the regulations of time with transfluxes. Pure villain and sonic wheel with hyperbolic. And finally.
See ya.
Your innate sense of curiosity makes you wish you knew the way to open this thing. Hey, keep your hands. Another code you punch in so you have any effect on the door. Well, there's not much left of the lock now. This long tunnel contains 3 circular steel portals, each containing muzzle-like protections. You started getting a clean Western study between your lips, a part of the match, and proceed to very high above. You cast the old soapy to the ground. You hear an electronic hum approaching right at you. Now you knew he was coming, didn't you? This means it. You hear... Time and space and none of the relations of time with transducers. Pure and sonic real finally. And finally.
Sierra.
Faux components. Dodecaphonic around sound. CDG. Pocket Pal portable terminal. Say, is that a complete workstation in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me? Now you can carry the power of a dumb terminal. Pocket Pal connector. If you're a proud owner of our ever-popular Pocket Pal portable terminal, you have no doubt noticed that, without the proper connector, it is virtually useless. Fortunately, at this moment, our exclusive Pocket Pal connector is on sale for just 1,999 buckazoids. Get yours now before the price goes up even further.
In the window, a robotic mannequin struts its stuff. You can't do that. You'd better not. Something might answer. Don't mess with it. While enjoying this banquet of fashion, you wonder what you might look like in one of these cute little frocks. Hey, what kind of thing is that for a studly guy like you to be thinking? Get a hold of yourself, fella. While enjoying this, keep your all the best dressed bipedal female fashion slaves shop here at Socks. The dazzling decor is just eye-numbing enough to make the price tags hard to read. Wow, you think to yourself, this place is fancier than Fredericks of Uranus. You check out the clerk. You've always had a thing for women with antenna.
Hiya, hun. I'm Maybot, fashion consultant to the Cosmos. What can we, do with you today?
Well, this is kinda hard to explain.
Oh, let me guess. You want something for someone very special. Someone who died to get the latest in high galactic fashion. Are we right, or are we right?
We're right.
Okay. What size does she take?
Oh, 38.
Oh, I don't think we're right about that.
I'm not sure, but she's built about like me.
Is she? A likely story. Good thing for you, I can keep a secret, sweetie. I'm sure this will suit that special someone's needs. It's all the rage. I suppose you'll want to try it on now. Here, use this dressing room. And honey, if your special someone needs a wig, this one should look pretty good on you. Very lovely, honey. It's made for you. Would you like us to wrap it up? Or would that special someone prefer you to wear it home?
I think I'll wear it home.
Just what we thought. That will be 60 buckazoids, sicko. Are you in need of an auditory exam or what? Pay up, pal.
It would serve no purpose. You can't use...
Are you in need of...
You can't use that... You should know by now that you can't just take things without paying for them.
Yeah?
I'd like,
Oh, you again. What do you want? Would you like to apply for a job? You would, huh? Well, this is the greatest ever. You heard the pitch before. Just don't screw up, or I'll land you on your ear again. Got it?
Gee, thanks. What a swell boss.
Warning, the following sequence contains explicit arcade action and is not recommended for die-hard adventure players. The arcade squeamish. Oh, by the way, you're about to be fired.
You're fired! My janitor could do a better job than you could.
Oh, it's you again. What do you want?
I'd still like to buy that dress. I'm terribly sorry about that little misunderstanding.
Well, okay. But don't try that again. If you have to be weird, fine. But we don't appreciate shoplifters, dear. I'm sure this will suit that special someone's needs. It's all the rage. I suppose you'll want to try it on now. Here, use this dressing room. And honey, if your special someone needs a wig, this one should look pretty good on you. Very lovely, honey. It's made for you. Would you like us to wrap it up? Or would that special someone prefer you to wear it home?
I think I'll wear it home.
Just what we thought. That will be 60 buckazoids, sicko. Appreciate it, hun. Thanks for shopping at Saks.
Nothing happened. You can't do that.
Faux component. Dodecaphlon. C. Pocket Pal. Pocket Pal connector. If you're
As you change your clothes, you think to yourself that even in drag, you still have incredible animal magnetism. Or is that just a lack of deodorant? Nothing happened.
Thanks for shopping at Saks.
Halt! Wilco!
Next time, don't... Zap, zap. Hint. Keep your hands to yourself. Touching anything in here. Don't. The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally, the old bar is still here. The smell of Coronian ale stinks up the place. The aroma leads you to remember vividly your previous visit here. You break out in a cold sweat.
Well, looky here. If it ain't Mr. Look at Me, I'm in VGA. What's the matter? Monochrome not good enough for you? What's this? 256 colors all for one little bitmapped wimp? What a waste of VGA. Hey fellas, I bet I can toss them all the way out from the bottom of the stairs. Bitch and ale.
That was close. Hey, how come their bikes can go through the force field?
You hear a high-pitched whine from the east. Boy, that was close. You pick up the book of matches. You hear a high-pitched whine from the east. Boy, that was close. The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally, well, there's not much left of the lock now. You slide the conveniently pre-moistened stogie between your lips, apply a lit match, and proceed to nearly hack up a lung. You cast the old stogie to the ground. You attach the plug to the Pocket Pal. You can't use that. It would serve. Don't mess with it. You can't do that. Don't. You hear an electronic. Nothing. You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you. You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you. It would serve no. You plug the mobile power cylinder into the laptop. Now you knew he was coming, didn't you? You plug the mobile power cylinder into the laptop. Nothing happens. It would. Nothing happens. You hear an alarm. You can't use. Nothing. It would serve. Nothing. You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left. You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you. Now you... You plug the mobile power cylinder into the laptop. You attach the plug to the Pocket Pal. Yes, it's a Reveal-O-Matic. You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left. You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you. Nothing happens. Don't m- You're far too busy for that now. Don't m- Don't m- You can't do that. Keep your The word laser came to mind after each of the first 6 shots, but only after the 7th blast were you convinced. The word laser came to mind after each of the first 6 shots, but only after the 7th blast A darn cute bunny. Nothing happened. The word laser
Roger. It's me, your old friend, Sludge Volhall. I've taken the liberty of borrowing your son's body. I had to remove him first to make room for my mental self. His is on this disc. Say, it's most enjoyable to be in a young, healthy body, even if it's from your bloodline. In fact, I like it so much, I think I'll keep it. I guess we'll have no use for this anymore. Now it's time to settle things, once and for all. You'd better be careful, though. Keep this in mind. If I die while in this body, that disc will be useless. Your son will never draw another breath. And if you don't defend yourself, you will never live to buff another helmet. Come on, show me what you've got, mop jockey. Is that the best effort you can muster? All this space hero nonsense must be getting to you. You're getting old, Roger. I, on the other hand, am enjoying the physical joys of youth.
Follow me. There are many things we need to talk about.
Is it true? I'm so...
You must be very confused.
Were Volhall's words true? Are you really my son? You do look a little like me, though not as good looking.
What do you mean, not as good looking? I'm 10 times... Wait. What am I saying? This is no way to start. Yes, what Volhall said is true. I have many things to tell you, Dad. I should start at the beginning. I was born 19 years ago on Xenon. It's always been my home. The Xenon of today, at least up until recently, had made great strides in managing our planet's resources. That included water, minerals, even the talent of our population. We enjoyed peace for so many years, we took it for granted. The creation of the first super biomech computer was the biggest success story in our history. When the Volhall virus was introduced and began to control the computer, a state of total chaos was created. We were unprepared for what followed as Vohal turned our technology against us. The population was quickly decimated. Some of us stayed and tried to fight. Some were captured, and some fled the planet. When it seemed there was no hope, we thought of one last long-shot effort. That was to find the only person in history ever to defeat Vohal. We had to go back in time to find that person, you. We got there just in time.
You had to go back in time to get me? Why wasn't I available in this time? What happened to me? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. There are some things I wish I could tell you, but can't. I know that's not what you want to hear. Believe me, I just can't.
Hey, if you're my son, who's your mother? My wife? Where is she? Who is she?
You sure ask a lot of questions for a janitor. This is my mother and your wife. Her name was Beatrice Wankmeister. She was quite beautiful, wasn't she?
What do you mean, was quite beautiful? What are you saying?
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Please, I can't tell you anymore.
I don't believe all this. I'm so confused.
It doesn't matter now. I have to send you back where I found you so that history will properly reflect the events which brought us to this place in time. You won't remember much. This will seem like it was a weird, fuzzy dream. I must get back to the task of contacting all the surviving citizens of our planet. We have a huge task ahead of us. Rebuilding our city and our lives will not be easy, but we will do it. Once more, I have to ask you to enter the time rip. It will return you to Magmetheus in the SQ4 era. Please, go now. It's time. Dad? I'm glad I got to see you, even if only for a few minutes. Xenon owes you a lot. Goodbye, Dad.
So many unanswered questions. The future should prove most interesting for Roger, if he can stay out of trouble long enough to reach it. We're glad you could help Roger get through it all. Thank you for playing Space Quest 4.